Hello students, I am Dr. Parin Sheikh from LJ Institutes of Applied Sciences. Today's topic of discussion is group symmetry. Group symmetry is very useful and very interesting topic. This is also useful to understand stereochemistry and spectroscopy of the organic molecule. So let's start the lecture. Let's first try to understand what is symmetry operations and symmetry elements. Symmetry operations. A symmetry operation is the movement of an object, molecule, in such a way that the final appearance is indistinguishable from the initial appearance. Now, let's first understand meaning of the word indistinguishable with the help of an example. Suppose we have a water molecule. Here, two hydrogen atoms are of different color. Let this orientation of the water molecule as A. If we rotate this molecule by the 180 degree from this axis, we would get another orientation, that is B, with different positions of the previously colored hydrogen. Here we can see that the original orientation A and B that obtained after 180 degree rotation are different or distinguishable because we have colored both of them. But in reality, both the hydrogen are same. If two hydrogen atoms are of same color, we cannot distinguish them. That means indistinguishable. But here by colored them, we can distinguish them. Next, we rotate orientation B about 180 degree. We get another orientation, that is C. We can see that orientation C and original orientation A cannot be distinguished even if we have differently colored hydrogen. So, here we see that the orientation B is known as equivalent orientation and the C is known as identical one. Symmetry elements. These are the geometrical elements like line, plane with respect to which one or more symmetric operations are carried out. The symmetry of molecule can be described by 5 types of symmetry elements. First, identity. Second, proper axis of rotation. Third, plane of symmetry. Fourth, center of symmetry or inversion center. Fifth, that is improper rotational axis. Let's discuss one by one. First, identity. It is also denoted as E. Identity means no change in the original molecule. It given by symbol A, that means unity. Every molecule possesses identity element E. Cn raised to n is equal to E and sigma multiplied by sigma is equal to E, that we will discuss further. If the object has only identity E, then it is known as asymmetric object. It can be understood by taking one example. The example of bromochlorofluoromethane. By applying identity operation, the molecule remains same as it is, means doing nothing to the molecule. It is asymmetric object. Second, that is proper axis of rotation. It is abbreviated as Cn. An imaginary axis around which a rotation by 360 degree divided by n results in a molecule indistinguishable from the original, where n means order of axis, that is integer. This is also known as n-fold rotational axis and abbreviated as Cn. If Cn order of axis, if we put the value of n is equal to 1 in 360 degree by n, we get rotational angle of 360 degree. This is nothing but it is also identity operation. If the value of n is equal to 2, the rotation is 180 degree. N is 3, rotation of 120 degree. N is 4, the rotation of 90, 5, 72 and 6, that is 60 degree rotation. The proper axis of rotation Cn is further divided into two rotational axes. First, that is principal rotational axis, and second, that is subsidiary rotational axis. Principal rotational axis is highest fold axis and which passes through maximum number of atoms, while subsidiary rotational axis that passes through minimum number of rotation. Let's take the example of C2 axis. Here the value of n is equal to 2. So we get rotation of 180 degree. Let's take the example of water molecule. For the better understanding, here we label the hydrogen as 1 and 2. Draw axis which passes through the center of an object. If we rotate water molecule about this 180 degree axis, we get another orientation, and this operation is known as C2 raised to 1. In another orientation, the position of hydrogen atoms have been changed. Hydrogen atom H1 is replaced by H2 and H2 is replaced by H1. This orientation is known as equivalent orientation. Again, we rotate the molecule about 180 degree. We get another orientation in which respective position of hydrogen atoms remains the same as the original orientation. That means this is identical orientation. Since two successive operation leads to identity, so we can say that C2 raised to 2 is equal to E. C3 axis. Here the value of n is equal to 3. So we have to give rotation to molecule about 120 degree. Let's take the example of ammonia molecule. The structure of ammonia is pyramidal. Three equivalent hydrogen atoms are labeled as 1, 2, 3. In the first orientation, draw a line which passes through the center of an object, which will give another orientation by applying rotation of C31. Here, respective position of hydrogen atoms get changed. Now, if we apply further 120 degree to this molecule, we get another orientation by applying rotation C32, in which also respective position of hydrogen atoms are different. Now, by applying again 120 degree to this orientation, we get the orientation in which have all the hydrogen atoms are same position as that of the original orientation. So this is known as identical orientation. Here three successive operation leads to identity. That means C3 3 times is equal to E. Another example for C3 axis of rotation. This is example of BF3 molecule. The shape of BF3 molecule is trigonal planar. BF3 possesses 3 C2 rotational axes. Passes through boron and fluorine atoms. Now let's top view of this molecule. The line which passes through perpendicular to the BF3 molecule, that is C3 rotational axis. Here 4 sets of axes obtained, 3C2 and 1C3. 3C2 are subsidiary axis, while 1C3, that is principal rotational axis, that is due to higher fold axis. Next example for C4 rotational axis. The example, that is platinum tetrachloride. Platinum tetrachloride possesses 4 C2 axis of symmetry. Now let's top view of this molecule. We get 1C4 rotational axis which is passes perpendicular to this molecule. 4C2 axes are subsidiary axis while 1C4 that is principal axis of rotation. Another example that is for C6 axis. We have example of benzene in which benzene possesses 6C2 axis of symmetry in which the green colored are passes from corner to corner and 3 green colored and 3 red colored C2 axis passes from edge to edge. If we draw the molecule like this, we will get the C6 rotational axis that is perpendicular to this molecule and it is principal axis because it is higher pole axis, and remaining 6 C2 are known as subsidiary axis. Next, that is plane of symmetry, which is denoted as sigma. If reflection about a mirror plane gives the same molecule or object back, then there is a plane of symmetry, that is sigma. If plane contains the principal rotational axis, that means parallel, it is a vertical plane, sigma v. If plane is perpendicular to the principal rotational axis, it is a horizontal plane, sigma h. If plane is parallel to the principal rotational axis but bisects angle between two C2 axes, it is a diagonal plane, that is sigma d. Two successive operation of plane will get E, means sigma square is equal to E, identity operation. First vertical plane, sigma v. Here one should keep in mind that in case of vertical plane, the plane contains the principal rotational axis. Now it can understand by taking one example of water molecule. As we have already discussed, C2 axis present in H2 molecule as a principal rotational axis. Here the plane which passes through C2 axis and divide every atom into equal halves. This is also known as sigma yz plane or sigma v plane. There is one another plane present in water molecule which contains vertical plane which bisects the molecule into two parts. This is also known as sigma xz or sigma prime. Another example that is of ammonia. Ammonia contains three vertical planes. Next, that is horizontal plane. Horizontal plane means the plane passes through perpendicular to the principal rotational axis. Here the example of BF3 molecule which has C3 axis, and here the plane sigma h, horizontal plane which passes through perpendicular to that C3 rotational axis. Next example of platinum tetrachloride. Here C4 that is principal rotational axis and the plane which passes through perpendicular to C4 rotational axis, that is known as horizontal plane. Now diagonal plane. Diagonal plane which bisects the angle between two C2 atoms, C2 axis. The example again platinum tetrachloride. Platinum tetrachloride, here two C2 are shown. The plane which passes or which bisects two C2, that is known as diagonal plane. Such two diagonal plane obtained in platinum tetrachloride. Next example that is of benzene. Benzene contains 3 sigma d which passes from sigma d, that is passes from edge to edge, and remaining 3 planes are sigma v planes which pass through corner to corner. Next, that is center of symmetry, or it is known as inversion center I. The operation is to move every atom in the molecule in a straight line through the inversion center to the opposite side of the molecule. Here we are taking the example of ethene molecule. This is the center of the molecule. If we draw a line between two hydrogen atoms, we get the same distance from center to upper hydrogen and center to lower hydrogen. This same distance we can also get by drawing line between two hydrogen atoms and two carbon atoms. Another example, that is benzene. Benzene also possesses center of symmetry. Remaining such examples are platinum tetrachloride. This is staggered ferrocene, which also possesses center of symmetry. CO2 molecule and trans H2O2 possess center of symmetry. Next, that is improper rotational axis, that is also denoted as SN, and pole rotational followed by reflection through mirror plane perpendicular to rotational axis, also known as rotational reflection axis. It is an imaginary axis passing through the molecule, on which when the molecule is rotated by 2 pi by an angle and then reflected on a plane perpendicular to the rotation axis, then an equivalent orientation is observed. Improper rotational axis means first rotation then reflection through perpendicular to mirror through perpendicular to rotational axis. N is always greater than 3 because S1 is equal to sigma and S2 is equal to I. Improper rotational axis means Cn, rotation, and sigma h, that means reflection. It can be understood by taking one example of S4 symmetry element. S4, that means C4 into sigma h. For better understanding, here we are taking one example of methane molecule, which contains 4 equivalent hydrogen, which are labeled as 1, 2, 3 and 4. First, we will apply C4 rotational axis. Means we will apply or we will rotate the molecule about 90 degree. So we get this orientation. Next, we will apply sigma h, that is perpendicular to the principal rotational axis, and we will get the final orientation as this. Total 3s4 improper rotational axis present in the methane molecule. This is about the symmetry operations and their elements. Next, we will discuss in our further video lecture. Thank you.